Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, or whatever ungodly hour you find yourself listening. We are the Bards Against Humanity, here to strum your lute and absolutely wreck your ear holes. So prepare for a podcast that'll hit harder than that one in bed, because we're coming in your ears.
That's right, I'm here, Leo, hello. Of course, heard the intro from the beautiful Daniel himself.
You're lying.
And of course, we're still talking about Monk, which means we have our very girthy guest on today, and that's Kane.
You can call it a fat chode.
Hey.
He might not necessarily have been referring to your penis.
Oh, wow. I was. Kane, I'd like to say that I was explicitly talking about your penis and not your waistline, okay? I want to make that known.
Yeah, either way, it's a HR violation, so.
Oh, big time. I'm gonna have to fill out a form, but of course I'm HR. Even more HR problems. I'll have to send myself to a seminar.
Careful, lads. This isn't a Coldplay concert.
How do you know? Camera zooms in.
Oh god. Yes, today we will be discussing the other two subclasses, elements of the elements, and warrior of the open hand. Who's excited?
I'm excited, but can I just say that Way of the Elements monk was one of, if not the subclass that needed the most facelift. Big
time. I may actually just quickly address it now. So back in 2014, someone's got to. I'm sorry, Kane. Before you get a foot in the door, but this was a clusterfuck. I truly don't really understand it, and luckily I don't have to. It's just a clusterfuck. You get elemental disciplines, and you get an extra discipline at 6th, 11th, 17th, and of course 3rd. And you can cast some spells depending on the elemental discipline you choose, spending key points which don't even exist anymore. It's a whole it's a clusterfuck. For this episode's comparison video, we're just simply going to call it the clusterfuck, and this is its moment where we're talking about it. After this, we're not talking and comparing. We will do obviously probably for like when we rate it, but this is just insane. I'm shocked if anyone chose it, and I assume the DM fucking hated them if they did choose it.
You didn't hate them,
I missed
you just felt sorry for people that did. You wanted to be like Aang from Avatar, but you really weren't.
You ended up as Korra, confused with your narrative, and then cancelled.
Korra wasn't meant to be that bad. I haven't seen it. It wasn't meant to be that bad. People hate on it for no reason.
No, it's just not as good, unfortunately. Just simple
it's like comparing apples to oranges. Both are fruit. They're two completely different fruit.
Yeah, but if someone offers me an apple pie versus an orange pie, I'm taking the apple pie.
But enough about that. With the warrior of the element. Oh, one second. I was about to do the whole level 3 thing, but I'll tell you what it's about. So, warriors of the elements tap into the power of the elemental planes. Meow. Harness their supernatural focus. These monks momentarily tame the energy of the elemental chaos to empower themselves in and out of battle.
You really
so
just
it's Avatar, right?
Noises.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll let that one sit there. Yeah. So Warrior of the Element tries to be Avatar, but it can't be. It can never have the Avatar state.
I mean, that's okay. Well, until, the keystone ability. Does it say Aang? It's not called Aang. So probably won't be the Avatar state. So Kane, what do you get at level 3?
You're on about the elemental attunement too? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. At the start of your turn, you can expend one focus point to imbue yourself with elemental energy. The energy lasts for 10 minutes or until you have the incapacitated condition. You gain the following benefits while the feature is active. Reach. When you make an unarmed strike, your reach is 10 feet greater than normal, as elemental energy extends from you. Elemental strikes. Whenever you hit with an unarmed strike, you can cause it to deal damage of your choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, rather than its normal damage type. When you deal one of these types with it, you can also force the target to make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you can move the target up to 10 feet towards or away from you, as elemental energy swirls around it.
I just realized maybe keying up the dyslexic person for potentially the longest ability is a bit mean.
Yeah, that's okay.
Really,
Yeah,
yeah, you did. I'm super proud, and I like this ability. It pretty much gives monks polearm master. A polearm master. Yeah, I'm writing that. Am I writing that?
No, polearm master is basically just great weapon master, but for polearms,
Yeah,
it just it gives you extra reach.
Yeah.
You have the halberd with your fingers.
Yeah, but imagine it's a halberd that extends from the tip of your fingers, because you have 15 feet range with this rather than 5 or 10.
I just imagined Edward Scissorhands. This is a monk.
Pretty much. Edward Scissorhands lightning.
Edward Scissorhands is very, very well known for his thunder damage. It's really good, and being able to change the damage type of your unarmed strikes to maybe better fit the situation, for especially if you may know the resistance, or to get around resistance to, say, your bludgeoning damage with your fists, is really cool.
And maybe what's the opposite of resistance? The super owie. They could have a
Immunity.
No, that's not the opposite of resistance, Kate. You means vulnerability. The super owie.
The super owie. Vulnerability no longer exists. It is super owie.
I swear to God, if in one of the next campaigns I DM for you guys, if you turn around, one of you fucks turn around and just go, "Hey Dan, what's he super owie to?"
Dan, if you think this pisses you off, wait till you see the super owie hats.
Why can I imagine you like asking what's it super owie to, but like to the is for me? Like this is for me. What's the owie to?
But it is good for that.
It is good for that. Yeah,
it is good
exactly. It's good for poking around to deal more damage if you know the vulnerabilities of a creature, and for being able to get around resistances to certain damage types. And I suppose being able to potentially make the target be pulled towards you or away from you is pretty cool. And flavor that however you like. I suppose it's not exactly hard to compare this against the old one, because that just sucked. So this is just good. And
makes sense for the subclass. I don't think it's too overpowered, because you don't get added damage, if that makes sense, because you're only level 3. And for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a long ass time. So you're pretty much doing it once until you're incapacitated. And for one focus point, good shit.
Yeah, the cost is negligible. The higher level you get.
Yeah. And then what you also get at level 3 is, if this wasn't enough, you also get manipulate elements, where you know the element. Fuck.
Elementalism.
Okay.
Hey, you got it.
Right. Wow. Fucking
running in for the save there, Kane. We appreciate you for that.
Wisdom is your spell casting ability for it. I mean, this is fully roleplay stuff, but I don't mind it. It still works with the class. I like it. Why not? Fuck it. Throw it in.
I don't know. It sounds like the monk at level 3 becomes a shit illusionist.
Well, not only that, he can also, you know what I mean? He's got other shit. Yes, he's a shite illusionist.
Yes, he's a shite illusionist.
That's right.
Next guest is Sean Connery now.
Well, his schedule's pretty open. God damn it.
You've lost your train of thought, haven't you?
I have. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, just do it. Just put me out of my misery.
Go for it. I was only going to fill the gap with safe face.
Just a safe face. It doesn't matter. Yes, he's a shit magician, but that's fine. You know, he's got a much cooler level 3 ability. Focus on that. This is going to be fun when you're fucking around with that opening guard who's already let you in, but you still want to mess with him. perfect for that. If you want to sell NFTs to goblins, it's perfect for that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm looking at this and I'm like, you guys are seeing shit magician, and I'm seeing like really niche applications outside of combat.
Yeah,
Like, seriously.
super niche. Like,
Not
how
e-
often is
not
there
even
stand? I can shutter cloth and move dust.
And
Like, it's
open
fine. Like,
doors.
as long as nothing's holding it open or closed.
Yeah, that gives you information from a distance.
If this was the only level 3 ability, I'd be 100% on with you, Kane. I'd think it was completely pointless, waste of space. It's an added extra. Cheers. It's free, and we like free here.
Love free shit.
We love free shit. At level 6, you get Elemental Burst. As a magic action, you can expend 2 focus points to cause elemental energy to burst in a 20-foot radius sphere, centered on a point within 120 feet of yourself. Choose a damage type, acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder. Each creature in that sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. On a fail save, a creature takes damage on the chosen type equal to 3 rolls of your martial die, and on a success, the creature takes half as much damage. What is a martial die? What?
So, you know, we went through this in base class monk, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Your martial arts die evolves, like levels up with you, but it's basically what you use for the damage die of your unarmed strikes. So it starts off with like D6 up.
That's pretty good, especially for it being 3. Very good.
Yeah.
I just didn't have enough time to Google it myself since I was talking. Yeah, super handy. Makes sense as a little kind of, especially as a level 6 development. It's more battleground, getting rid of waves of enemies rather than just a single one.
Yeah, it's crowd control.
Crowd control. Thank you, Kane. Yeah, no, I still like it.
And at level 6, your martial arts die is a D8. I should go back and check the table just to make sure I wasn't going to start spending shit. So it becomes 3D8 and maximum becomes 3D12.
That's just very good.
It's not bad damage.
It's not bad damage. 20-foot radius is the same radius as Fireball. It won't do nearly as much damage as Fireball, but it's just a nice little AoE that you can choose to use.
Yeah, you're a monk. You should know Fireball.
You can use Fireball. It's just a worse version.
Yeah, but it only costs 2 focus points as well. Fireball is level 3 spell, correct me?
Yeah. Level 3 spell.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you cast at whatever highest spell slot you have. But yeah, level 3.
No, Fireball. you don't need to, but it's a 3rd level spell. Fireball isn't necessarily worth it to upcast.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think the damage only increases by 1d6 per level above it.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
It's not worth it. You might as well save that 4th level spell slot for something like banishment
Or a chromatic orb. Currently doing a campaign where I've misread so many things. I don't do spells, but I am now pivoted. I don't know what I was doing before with the character because obviously I made it so many months ago. But now it's all about that chromatic orb boy whole class, trying to get that to work as proficiently as possible.
He misread chromatic orb and thought that as long as he kept rolling 2 of the same number for the damage dice, he could just infinitely bounce that fucking thing. What he failed to read was the end
One
line
creature.
of that.
Make your text bigger. Bold it. Underline it. Do something.
It's
a very important part of
It's
it.
the same text and font as the rest of the spell description. You just didn't
Who's
read
got
it all.
time? Who's got time to read all those words? You with me,
said
Kane?
you said you made it months ago. You had I.
Well, no, as in like the original character was made months. I've been making this mistake for months, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I realized it, because I still wasn't too familiar with all the new versions of spells from the new player's handbook, when I took a look at it, I had to burst his bubble because it was.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The moment where Killian was like, "God damn it, you hit it again," and I was like, maybe this is too powerful. I'm surely doing something wrong. You get this shit at level 1. I'm surely doing something wrong.
I will say, when you done it the first time, I knew something was fishy, but I wasn't going to say anything because it was cool.
Oh, it was yeah, and then there was just so many layers of wrong. I'll be honest. But that's all fixed now. But I'm still trying to get the most out of Chromatic Orb. You'd be delighted to hear the battle to make Chromatic Orb the most OP spell in D&D is still on. Your boy's trying his hardest.
Because of that, Killian still throws hordes at us.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But going back
We'll see how
to
it
the Warrior of the Elements, Kane, do you want level 11? What happens there?
At level 11, you get Stride of the Elements. While your elemental attunement is active, you also have a fly speed and a swim speed equal to your speed. Speed.
For most species of characters at level 11, as a monk will have a natural speed of 50 with no enhancements.
It's kind of crazy. Am I wrong, or is this the same level with at base monk you get your unarmored movement speed as well?
Bear with me. Unarmored movement starts from level 2.
Oof.
Yeah, but where's the better one? You know, when you can just like walk up a wall.
Acrobatic movement, level 9. While you're not wearing armor or wearing a shield, you gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the movement.
Yes. So you can also just walk on water.
Because you can use them separately, can't you? Or am I wrong in saying that?
Which?
Say that again.
So you're like your regular speed and your fly speed. If you move 50 feet per turn, is it a combination of the two, or is it?
Movement is movement. If you walk 30, and you only have 30, you can only go 30. If you have a fly of 50, you can go an extra 20. But you'd have to fly doing it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, flying around the battlefield, that's always pretty cool. I wasn't massively impressed from this being a level 11 ability. But flying's a bit of a game changer in it. You know what? I realize I asked Dan quite a few questions just because he's the designated DM.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I enjoyed hearing an answer from another person. Granted, I'd love to just know the answer myself, but you know, life can't be perfect.
That's why we got to get you in the DM seat.
I think I think it would just end up poorly. I'd lose track. My notes, lads, I've deleted it. So today, really abuse the shopkeeper. I can work with that. Like really try and get a good discount. So yeah, Dan, what happens? What's the keystone ability? Level 17.
Aptly named, at level 17, you have Elemental Epitome. So while your elemental attunement is active, you also gain the following benefits. You gain damage resistance to one of the following damage types of your choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. And at the start of each of your turns, you can change that to a different. You can change your choice. You have Destructive Stride. So when you take your Step of the Wind, your speed increases by 20 feet until the end of your turn. And for the duration, any creature of your choice takes damage equal to one roll of your martial arts die when you enter a space within 5 feet of it. The damage type is of your choice from either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder, and a creature can take this damage only once per turn. So Leo, there's no abusing, running away from it and going right back to it just to keep poking the damage. And then you have Empowered Strikes finally. So once on each of your turns, you can deal extra damage to a target equal to one roll of your martial arts die when you hit it with an unarmed strike, and the extra damage is the same type dealt by the strike.
I'm glad I was brought up immediately, because I would have done, like, you know, when you're like you're on the border of two different countries and you just hop over each, I would have 100% on that, and then punch, then punch the shit out of them.
Hence why I immediately said, Leo, you can't do those.
Well, technically, the 2024 ruling said I immediately couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I
knew you wouldn't read the if left to your own devices, you wouldn't read the final sentence, and it would just kind of.
No. This text is big enough. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's not. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. It's not the most powerful 17th level ability. It's a fair 17th level ability. It's thematic. Allows you to mess around with the elemental damage types of D&D quite a lot. And just kind of play around with it.
As a subclass, kind of like within itself, it works really well. hats off. It works really well within itself. But, we've gone through the other subclasses and they were just so ridiculously nearly overpowered. They were so good as subclasses that's why this one comes up quite weak, in my opinion. Yeah, I also wouldn't have said epitome correctly either, so it's got that on me as well.
Yeah, you threw me
What do you
with
think?
that. I saw that word and I was like, that's what it looks like.
Like Timothy Chalamet doesn't look right. Why are we pronouncing it like that? It's Chamili at best.
But anyway,
I'm a chameleon.
as far as terms of level 17 subclass stuff, at least it fits the class and it doesn't try to make it something it's not. This is very on brand for what the class is trying to do, is trying to incorporate all the elements and get you to mess around, see, and be more versatile with your damage types and see how much more you can do just by having a different damage type. If you're locked into just having one damage type as a class or as a player, you can very easily get messed over.
Yeah, I agree. And it gives you a really nice fluidity. It's not a bad subclass. It's just I think it's a 6. And that's I kind of feel harsh giving that, but it's work comparing it to the other subclasses, which we are going to do since we've already covered them.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough to give it like a 7 when I gave that other subclass an 8. If not one less than that. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be inclined to go with about 5. It's middle of the ground. It's an easy subclass, I think, to use. You have versatility. It's nothing super amazing. I'm not completely disappointed with the subclass. It's a huge improvement on what it was. But I'd still have to say about 5.
I'm willing to put it at a 6. I think it's above average. I think if you're starting off monk, I think this is a good thing for beginners to use to show how it doesn't make the subclass out to be anything that's not meant to be. Like, there's nothing in here that's like, why the hell is this in my class? Just it doesn't fit. This is a very by the by way of the elements. So yeah, I'd say it's a 6. It's above average. It's not god tier.
I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you liked our summary of fucking that subclass, the Warrior of the Elements, please feel free to like and subscribe to the video, and also check us out on TikTok and Instagram, please.
We post a lot of good content there.
So much daily. We post daily, even on the
Sometimes.
weekend.
Sometimes twice and thrice daily. And I suppose we better kind of take it on over to the old, what should we call it? Wave the open hand / warrior of the open hand.
That's right. Warriors of the open hand are masters of unarmed combat. They learn keen techniques to push and trip their opponents and manipulate their own energy to protect themselves from harm.
Ooh. The way I've always imagined these, I've imagined them as, in my own head, I know it probably doesn't really fit really well, but like in those like stereotypical like martial arts movies where they're like, it's basically they move like flowing water using their palms to strike.
It'll be Chuck Chan.
Would it be Chucky Chan or would it be Jackie Norris?
Jackie Norris sounds like someone you'd meet to renew your license. I think it's got to be Chucky Chan.
Renew your license today with Jackie Norris.
She sounds like she gets banned from libraries. Anyway, at level 3 in 2024, they have their open hand technique. Whenever you hit a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. Adel, this target cannot make opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn. Push, the target must succeed in a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you. Or topple, The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or have to be prone. And that is pretty much the same as it was in 2014, but instead of it being an opportunity attack, it couldn't take reactions until the end of your next turn, rather than make an opportunity attack before until the start of its next turn. So definitely a bit of a nerf for sure. Now, I don't know whether or not it was just people terrorizing spellcasters so they couldn't counterspell or shield anything.
Potentially.
Which does make me chuckle. Which is exactly what I would have done. But it's a bit of a shame about this nerf. I kind of understand why. It makes more sense doing it this way. But boo. Where's my free thing?
Technically, these are free. But it's just, where's my extra free shit? It's a good ability. It makes sense. It's not too overpowered for level 3. It's right at the power level you'd expect. And it fits.
It's good to see something fitting. Isn't that right, Kane?
I normally don't fit. It's too small.
Come on, Kane. Here, we do not do big penis jokes, only small penis jokes.
That's exactly why I said it's too small.
Well, technically, if it's too small, then it's going to fit everything.
Yeah.
Just maybe not snugly fit. It fits with room.
Good lord. It's like putting a goddamn pen in a Pringles packet.
Pen in a Pringles packet?
Pen in a Pringles packet. Yeah, that's right. I said it.
He said it. He's owning it. And that brings us to level 6, Wholeness of Body. Wholeness of Body. You gain the ability to heal yourself. So as a bonus action, you can roll your martial arts die, and you regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your wisdom modifier, with a minimum of 1 hit point regained. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Another use for your bonus action, not that monks were hurting for abilities to use in their bonus action, but gives them a little bit of extra survivability and just gives another option, which is quite nice.
This used to be an action to do.
Oh, hell. Yeah, no, as a bonus action, that's so much better.
And what was it? Level 6. You gain the ability to heal yourself as an. You can regain hit points equal to times. You must finish a long rest, or you can do this again.
So you don't even have the same healing power as you do with the bonus action, which is kind of wild. As it's a massive improvement in my eye, because action economy is always so cluttered, but bonus action economy is far less, in my opinion. And it's not like it's going to take up a whole amount. If you know, like obviously if you want to like do like step on the wind, that will probably be more often than anything else. But as a kind of like a one-off to help heal yourself, because your punching monk is nowhere near. No, I like it. It's a great improvement.
As you said, just for action economy, I would much rather be able to heal myself with a bonus action and still do something to maybe get the final hit off on whatever scenario we're in, than just heal myself and then stand there like I'm a fucking idiot.
100%.
I mean, technically, the way like what you described there still could be done with the old version, because you could use your bonus action to flurry of blows.
Yes.
You'd still have to use your key points to do that. I'm still going to call them key points. It's just cooler. But it's a lot more flexible now with the use of a bonus action instead of the action, which we will take. And I do think it actually works really well with the level 11 feature.
Oh yeah.
If that wasn't clear, that was a segue. If that wasn't clear, that was a segue for someone to take it over, because I read out level 6.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I read out the last one. It's someone else's turn.
Yeah, okay. Spread the love, man. Spread the love, especially when we've got the monk main in the chat.
Okay. At level 11, you got Fleet Step. When you take a bonus action other than Step of the Wind, you can also use Step of the Wind immediately after that bonus action.
Heal yourself with Wholeness of Body and then immediately dash out of there.
which is completely different to what it was in 2014. In 2014, it was Tranquility, where beginning at obviously 11th level, you'd enter a special meditation that surrounds you with an aura of peace. At the end of a long rest, you gain the effect of a sanctuary spell that lasts until the start of your next long rest. The spell can end early as normal. The saving throw DC for the spell equals 8 plus your wisdom plus your proficiency bonus.
I fucking hate that happened to me.
It's very funny though.
Oh, it's unfortunate. It has to happen to everyone, I think, at least once in this podcast, because it happened to me. It happened to Leo. I'm pretty sure it's happened to Josh. It's a rite of passage, I think, at this point.
It really is. It's a testament to the Wi-Fi of Ireland.
It just doesn't help my confidence in reading.
Oh, no.
No. Your reading is absolutely perfect. It's just the fact that the Wi-Fi didn't want you to be heard, apparently.
No, you should be seen, not heard. Fuck this guy.
I don't know if it is better, by the way. I'm about to say I'm not obviously super proficient with the Sanctuary spell, but the Sanctuary spell would be you ward a creature within range against an attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as fireball, but if the warded creature makes an attack or deals damage to another player, the spell ends. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I take it back.
Yeah,
I take it back.
Fleet Step is just, in my opinion, infinitely better than the old ability. Because any of the bonus actions that a monk takes, you can immediately use Step of the Wind after. So that's Flurry of Blows. You can use your bonus action to do the 2 attacks, then immediately dash out of there. Same with like Wholeness of Body. You can heal yourself, get the fuck out of dodge. You can take what's the other one? Is it Patient Defense? Take the dodge action and then immediately get out of there. So any bonus action that the monk can feasibly do, you can just immediately afterwards move up to your movement speed. And I'm pretty sure Step of the Wind means no opportunity attacks, or the opportunity attacks of disadvantage.
Step of the Wind is basically just a dash, isn't it?
Alternatively, you can spend 1 focus. Oh, so you can take the dash action as a bonus action, and alternatively, you can spend a focus point to take both the dash and disengage actions as a bonus action, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn. So you can immediately use Step of the Wind, and if you want to enhance it with that 1 key point, you can take this disengage as well as dash in the same bonus action.
However, if you really want to get out of dodge, you can triple dash.
You totally can, except you can't, because it's any bonus action besides Step of the Wind allows you to use Step of the Wind immediately after.
My apologies.
Hey, you know what?
If you had access to Action Surge, you could theoretically use. No,
wait, do monks not get bonus action dash?
Oh no, that is Step of the Wind.
My apologies. I'm thinking of rogues.
Yeah, rogues get the dash action as a bonus action. Monks still do get the dash action as a bonus action, but it's called Step of the Wind. So if you use a bonus action to dash, that's you using Step.
Yeah, sorry, that's where I was lost.
At level 17, you get Quivering Palm. You gain the ability to set up lethal vibrations in someone's body. Good vibrations. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can expect 4 focus points to start these imperceptible vibrations, for which last a number of days equal to your monk level, with you already being... This is a level 17 ability. These vibrations are harmless unless you take an action to end them. Alternatively, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of the attacks to end the vibrations. To end them, you and the target must be in the same plane of existence. When you end them, the target must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 10d12 force damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. You can only have 1 creature under the effect of this feature at a time. You can end the vibrations harmlessly with no action required, which seems bizarre and unchanged from
2 changes.
Well, yes, I was fucking getting there, man. Why are you interrupting me? with, I'll say, as Kane said, 2 changes. One of it being before it used to be 10d10, now it's 10d12, and it used to be necrotic damage instead of force damage.
There's
Quick
also another
changes.
change.
Oh, fuck off. All right, Kane. Go for it.
It has been reduced to. No, the cost has gone up. It used to be 3 key points. It is now 4 key points.
Oh, okay.
4 changes.
Yeah. Dan.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was wondering
Alright, fuck it.
I was wondering where people are going. Beforehand, if they failed the save, they just dropped to 0 hit points, and if they succeeded, they took 10d10 necrotic damage. Now it's yeah, it used to be a save or suck, and even on the save it sucked for the target, not for the,
This is
not the ability.
this just sucks.
It doesn't. 10d12 force damage, even halved on a successful save, is still a huge amount of damage. The average for a d12 technically I think is a roll of a 7. So 70 average damage, even halved is an average damage of 35 force damage, which is almost never resisted.
I know, but the butt plug of Vibration Liberty used to be infinite. If they had 200 damage and they failed, boom, there's 0. It's done.
Yeah, but think about it like this: it was almost the ability to cast. Say, if you had full focus points. Oh my god, I just called them focus points. Key points. Ew! People keep calling it focus points. Jesus.
Because that's a new term.
You could potentially cast the equivalent of a power word kill 6 times per long rest at level 17, which was
And I am a god,
was-
you dull creature.
Weight of the open hand at higher level gameplay was stupid, because the ability to for 3 key points, the ability to either inflict 10d10 necrotic damage, which granted can be resisted, or if you're going against undead enemies, they could also be immune, or just have them just straight up drop to 0 hit points on a failed con save, is just absolutely stupid. Power word kill is already a very powerful spell, and I think even got buffed with the new version, that it's either if they're below 100 hit points they die, but if they're above they take 10d10 necrotic damage or something. I think I could be wrong. It's a good nerf, because it's still a really good ability to deal a hell of a lot of damage.
There is no such thing as a good nerf. This 2014 was a quivering palm, and it wasn't my palm that was quivering. It was them. They were quivering for the palm. This is slightly startled palm. In level 17, you're going up against the big bad with big bad energy, big bad health pool. 10d12 is really good. Like it's a really good keystone ability, but I know what I could have had and did have, and I've gone from a 3-bedroom place to a studio apartment, and I'm not going to smile about it. All right.
You're just unhappy because you're an optimizer and like to deal the most damage possible.
Yeah, I'll have to take Dan's side. Having an ability that can literally one-hit kill anything shouldn't be implemented.
Beforehand, it was a great way to weed out legendary resistances at higher levels, but so many members of your party could potentially do the same thing. So not necessarily before it got to the monk's turn, because let's be honest, the monk was probably going to be one of the first people to go in initiative. By the time it came to the monk's second turn, the enemy could be completely out of legendary resistances. They could potentially fail that con save, and then the entire fight is over. So I'm especially speaking from a DM standpoint, that while I understand that some monster abilities are quite powerful, that's because they're boss monsters and they have to take up some action economy to balance out that part of the thing. But the ability to completely end a battle immediately by just the click of your fingers is quite stupid. Like, even I try to stay away from power word kill and replace it with things like stun or other power words that are still debilitating but not save or suck. Because me as a DM and a player, don't like save or suck, because it's not fair to either the DM or the player involved.
I completely understand what you're saying. I'm absolutely there. I'm there. And I appreciate the words that you're using. But I'm not Chuck Norris. I'm Gregory Pelt. Have you ever heard of Gregory Pelt? No. No. And you know why? Because I can't kill someone by slapping them in the fucking face.
You
I'm
can.
giving this
10d12 force damage is insane.
Won't do anything at level 17. It just won't.
That's 100 damage.
Maybe.
Max.
It's 120 damage.
Ugh.
Yeah, the old one was 10d10. My bad.
Yeah, but I nearly fucking flattened him. But he used legendary resistance, and he has resistance to necrotic damage. So okay. I wanted to feel more with your introduction to this subclass as like Chuck Norris. I was kind of expecting something quite bougie. This is fine. I think I got too excited for it, and then I don't know. I want to give this. I'll give it a 6. I'm not happy about it, but I'll give it a 6.
Do you want me to appeal to the?
No, I've given my rating. I don't care.
No, hold on. I'm appealing to the optimizer in there because you like to use resources a lot and quite frequently and quite close together. So Quivering Palm, right? Can be used twice on your turn.
Can it?
And I'll tell you how. Yep. Because you can only have one creature affected by the use of this feature at a time. Use one of your 2 melee attacks. Hit them with Quivering Palm. So once you hit with one of your melee attacks, you expend your 4 focus points. Use Quivering Palm. Then take your second use of your second attack, granted to you by a monk, to end Quivering Palm, which will deal 10d12 force damage, half on a successful save on their bonus action. Oh, hold on. Am I looking at this right? Oh, it's when you take the attack action. Never mind. It's once on a turn. I was thinking you could substitute one of your multi attacks to do it. Never mind. Completely ignore me. But still,
I've never seen something to break it like that.
Because theoretically, if I could do this twice, then I could do the other one twice.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've highlighted very painfully slowly the only 4 changes.
If you take 2 levels into fighter, you could potentially take 3 to go into champion, get your crit on a 19, and you gain your use of action surge to Quivering Palm twice in 1 turn.
Yeah, I'm keeping it at 6. I'm fine with 6. Kane, what do you give it? What's your rating?
I've never been the biggest fan of this class. The changes they made did make it better, but going from a 4 to a 5 isn't great.
See, I'm on.
Thank you.
I'm of the ability, I'm of the opinion that it's a good 7 for me, because I'm just judging it purely based on the level 3, 6, and 11 abilities, because most campaigns will last usually until about level 12. So the open hand techniques is very good. Wholeness of body, the ability to heal is quite nice, and then Fleet Step just adds some extra utility to mess around with your bonus action, which is nice.
That's very true. The amount of the length of actual campaigns. I'll keep it with a confident 6 instead of a very neglectful 6.
Still out of 5.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's
5,
fair.
I'm staying at a confident 7. Very confident 7.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, it does end up being an average of 6. So yes. Playing the odds, guys. Just playing the odds.
That's all you're.
But I think, dear listeners, it brings us to an end of another session where the dice are hard, the jokes are harder, and our standards are at an all-time low. If you enjoyed this chaos, be sure to follow and subscribe. If not, at least we finished. Even if you didn't, goodbye.
Goodbye, and we'll take this opportunity to thank Kane for coming on for the 3 episodes of Monk. It's been a pleasure.
Super
Thanks,
fair.
guys.
Didn't do that. Thank you, Kane.
Man just wanted to go to bed.
Kane, you say bye too.
I did say that.
We're all confused here.